Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So at the moment in the world, many of us are wearing one of these most of the time while we're out and about. Now for us perfume lovers like me, this presents a challenge in the sense that it's covering your nose and your mouth. So it's harder to smell perfumes. But don't worry, it isn't impossible to still smell them. There's still plenty that you can still smell. But it probably means that if you and you want other people wearing masks to be able to wear perfumes that they can actually smell, then you are going to need to wear something probably a bit stronger than you're used to so that you can smell it and other people can smell it on you as well. So I've been testing out over the past few days different perfumes that work, that you can smell when you're wearing a mask, and I'm going to be giving you my rundown of the ones that worked really well. If you're new here, then welcome. We are all about perfume, so do check out my hundreds and hundreds of other perfume videos. I have so many, and if you're a regular but you haven't subscribed yet, then do hit that subscribe button and show your support. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'll leave links to where you can buy these in the UK, Europe, US, Australia and Canada. So like I said, you're gonna want something with ingredients in that are strong and good for lasting. And my personal preference in that type of area are things with a lot of patchouli or vanilla. So a lot of these have that kind of theme. I think if you were to wear something like a strong oud or something, that would also work, but they're not in my taste. So the first one on my list is Armani C. Now this is a heavy vanilla perfume, but it also has a lot of patchouli in it. It has that iconic patchouli smell, but then with this sweetness of vanilla. It's very feminine, it's very classy, and it's one of those fragrances where, I don't know, someone gets into a confined space, a lift, a car or something, they're wearing this, you can really smell on them, and whenever I smell it I get compliments. So this one was really good at being able to still smell it through the mask situation. You are going to want to put on perhaps a bit more than you would normally, so maybe 5, 6, even 7 sprays, but this was good. It's sexy. I think this would be good for nighttime, for date night, things like that, but you can wear it during the day as well. It's not only for that, but I have to say I've always recommended this for many years, and in these COVID times this remains a good one. So the next one that I found you could smell was the classic La Vie Belle from Lancome. I have it here in a limited edition version bottle. This is a praline vanilla. So this is for people that like those sweet vanilla sexy scents. It's like a sweeter, more vanilla version of Coco Mademoiselle, and one of those universal, you know, you wear it at any age, any occasion, it kind of works well no matter what the circumstance, and for COVID times it does work well as well. Again, it's eau de parfum, but still I'd spray maybe 5 or 6 times and you just get covered in this feminine, slightly floral but predominantly vanilla, praline femininity, and it's very positive and uplifting while still having that sweetness. And continuing on from Lancome, actually, their Lancome E Doll or Idol, which came out about a year ago. This is more of a fresh floral pear, but it is very floral, and it was good for lasting. It had good projection without the mask, and I found particularly if you spray this like on your hair, you know, near your nose, in that kind of area, perhaps you're wearing a scarf or a pashmina or something, then you can still smell it. Not as much as the others. I think if you put a lot of sprays on, like maybe 10 sprays, then you would, but this, you know, this is a good strong one, so I could still smell this. So next on my list is YSL's Black Opium. I have it here in a mini. So I was recently on an aeroplane actually, and I was of course wearing a mask, and every time the air hostess came by I got this whiff of perfume, and of course I asked her, I checked with her, you know, what are you wearing, and she said, oh, it's Black Opium. And I mean, she must have been at work for quite a while, right? So she hadn't just put it on, but I could still smell on her really strongly, and like I could smell her before I saw her, you know, really good. And yeah, it was really coming through despite the mask. So definitely this one. So what does it smell like? This one has a bit of coffee in, but again, it's a kind of warm, sweet patchouli. I would personally say, that this is, like, normally I would have said this was lighter than something like a La Vie Belle, but it was coming through so strong on her. Perhaps she put loads on, I don't know. But if you like your sort of modern scents, this is a very traditional, classic, modern scent. It comes in a whole bunch of different versions as well. I've done a video on them all. And the new one, the neon one, is quite cool. It has a bit of fruitiness in. But yeah, this one, she smelled amazing. Another mini, actually, is of course Richter and Rolf's Flower Bomb. This used to be everywhere. Everyone used to smell of this. It's very patchouli. It's so strong, it's so feminine, but like a boss girl feminine, you know? It's not pretty and flowery and delicate, it's like in your face, patchouli. And this definitely comes through the mask. I mean, another option actually, if you're feeling like you really want to smell your perfume, is spray the mask before you put it on. Then you're definitely going to get the smell. Just a thought. But yeah, your Flower Bomb, the Eau de Parfum, I personally don't bother with the Eau de Toilette version of Flower Bomb. It's very much weaker. But this and some of the flankers that are Eau de Parfums and intense versions are really good for lasting and really good for projection. So Flower Bomb will always be super strong. One I have been wearing recently is this discontinued Ricci from Nina Ricci. This is a Rhubarb, but it has that kind of patchouli floral vibe into it, but it's sexy, it's slightly musky. It's nothing like normal original Nina Ricci, the apple one. It's like the grown-up cooler sister. And it's amazing for lasting, like considering this is what, like £30 or something. It lasts just as good as ones that are like £100. So if you have worn this in the past and liked it, it's discontinued now, guys, so get it before it's gone. I will leave links where I can find it. So next on my list is Momparry from YSL. I love this smell. It's a pretty, again, patchouli, but with a sort of strawberry raspberry note. It's very, very feminine. It's very, very modern, classic smell, in my opinion. A sort of very 2020 smell, 2019 smell. And with a good few sprays of this, you could still smell it. And it's one of those that I personally, when I wear it, I can really smell it on myself. So that still was kind of there. So not as strong as some of them, but it was still there, and it is a strong perfume. So spray lots of it and it'll be there. So my favourite, of course, Jimmy Choo Eau de Parfum, beautiful toffee and pear. This one required a lot of sprays before I could really smell it through the mask, and all in my hair and near my nose. Maybe I did like 15 sprays and then I could smell it. So this isn't known for being super strong, but it's not weak or anything. So yes, you could still smell it, but you're gonna have to go hard on the sprays. And then Mugler's Angel, of course, this heavy praline patchouli, very, very strong. You don't need a huge amount of sprays to still be able to smell this through the mask, but it is one that has a bit of a love-hate thing about it. Some people love it, some people hate it, because it is just so musky, intense, praline, patchouli, vanilla-y, very intense smell, and lingers for a long, long time. Lingers on your clothes till the next day. So you have to like the smell, but if you do, then wear it, spray maybe 5 or 6, and I think you'll still be able to smell it. I wanted to call out Elie Saab Eau de Parfum. You guys know this is one of my favourite perfumes. This was a bit like Jimmy Choo in the sense that if I sprayed, you know, over 10 sprays and had it in my hair and on my clothing near my nose, I could smell it, but you needed a lot. But you know, I love this perfume. I love it. I mean, you could smell it at first, but over time you needed a lot. It's a beautiful, classy, sparkling orange blossom. I talk about this all the time. You're probably sick of hearing about it. I just think it's the most classy, classy smell. Yeah, if you haven't tried it, you have to try it. It's beautiful. And then lastly, I wanted to throw in one that's not as well known or common, the Mademoiselle Roche's Couture. This is a tonka bean perfume that I normally recommend for winter time, but given the mask, the heaviness of it is okay for summertime. Now this has a very warming effect. Tonka bean is a very warming note, but it still has a bit of sweetness and femininity in there. It's comforting. If you're wanting something that feels very like comforting and cozy, then this is a nice one, and with a good few sprays you could smell it through, and it's very affordable. These are about half the price of normal mainstream perfumes, so and you know, probably your friends won't have this. It's something a bit different, so I do always recommend these Mademoiselle Roche's ones, and this is my favorite from the range. Alright guys, so that's my rundown of mask friendly perfumes. I hope you found that helpful. Let me know what perfumes you've been using during lockdown and when you've been wearing a mask and everything. What are you finding you can smell through the mask? Do let me know in the comments down below. And of course, keep your requests coming for more perfume reviews. I do read all your comments and I do try and do all your requests. But that's it guys, so thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!